Yo, what's up guys, Darkbreaker here, and for today's video we are reacting to a Fiora Wildrift gameplay, and the gameplay is provided by Zemerson. It's a Brazilian streamer. I will link down below his socials, please check him out. He is a really nice streamer. He played a lot of Wildrift in the last days. Spammed it a lot, so if you want to check other heroes you can check out Zemerson as well, and you guys probably know that Shoko reacted to some of his videos as well, so you can might as well check out the boy Shoko. He did the Ash gameplay if you want to check that out. So anyways, why am I reacting to Fiora? You guys should already know that Fiora is very similar to Florentino. They have a very similar kit. They can dance around thanks to their launch, do true damage, and their sustain is crazy. So for you guys who don't know, I played League of Legends for 4 or 5 years, and now I'm playing AoV. It's the westernized version of Honor of Kings, created by Tencent as well for the last, I don't know, 3 years. So I have been playing mobile MOBAs for 3 years and League of Legends for 4 or 5 years. I started playing League of Legends in Season 1 and I was in the top 100. I can show you the screenshot right here in Season 2, and then I stopped playing Ranked. Like, I wasn't playing hardcore anymore like I used to. I was playing like, I don't know, more than 1k games per season when I was spamming League of Legends, so crazy amounts. Anyways, let's focus on the gameplay. So far you can see the targeting system of Wildrift looks really good. The color scheme looks fine, but I have to say that the minimap is kinda scuffed right now. Like, you can see that the movement on the minimap is kinda delayed. It feels like FPS 10 on the minimap, and the color scheme of the minimap needs improvement as well. One thing that I noticed immediately is the amount of gold that you get from one minion. That's a lot of gold in the early game. So it feels like that the laning phase in Wildrift isn't that long. In League of Legends PC version you would have like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, maybe even up to 20 minutes of laning phase. Super long. In AoV you have a laning phase which is non-existent, maybe 3 minutes or something, and you just keep brawling. This is actually okay. He gets the cannon. You always need to last it, my boy. Last it the minion for more gold. Remember that one. So let's talk about the kit of Fiora, which is very similar to Florentino. Might as well show the clip of Florentino, how he is played right here in the, I don't know, maybe right corner or something. So for Fiora's kit, her passive is Duelist Dance, which creates a vital that you have to attack the opponent from. It's like right next to your opponent there is a vital that you have to attack, and it's from one direction, and if you hit that vital then you will do additional damage. The first skill is probably one of the main skills for Fiora. It's a bread and butter. It's the launch. So launch, similar to Florentino, you can use it to dash around and you will hit your opponent doing extra damage, physical damage. So Fiora lunges in a direction and stabs a nearby enemy, dealing physical damage, and it applies on-hit effects, so that's very useful. Also, if you hit an opponent, it will get 60% cooldown reduction while prioritizing vitals. So with the Q or the S1 you will always go for the passive, so you will do additional damage doing that one. So the second skill, Riposte, it's a parry in which you can negate any sort of damage and CC for 0.75 seconds, and afterwards you will dash. Afterwards you will step forward, doing magical damage, which can slow your opponent. But if you block the stun, for example, then you will also stun your opponent. So that's very useful, and keep in mind on how to use your S2. It's, if you, I mean, you guys play AoV, like most of my viewers play AoV, so it's similar to Riktor's S2 that you can block any kind of damage and CC, and if you block, for Riktor is, if you block any CC, you will stun the opponent, but for Fiora, if you're getting stunned, you will block it and then stun your opponents afterwards. The second skill gives you attack speed for the next 2 auto attacks. The first auto attack slows the opponent. The second auto attack gives you 100% crit chance for the next auto attack. And the ultimate is probably the most juicy skill for Fiora, because it activates 4 vitals at once. It gives you movement speed, and everyone who's getting, whenever you hit an opponent and proc the vital, then you will do true damage, and on top of that, everyone in the circle, in the grand zone, is getting healed. So that's insane. It's like, the kit is so strong. Like, Fiora is one of the most strongest duelists in a 1 vs 1. Don't try to fight Fiora, she's going to kill you. Okay, let's focus on the... Oh, he actually still dies though. Yeah, he's going for the recommended build. He should be going for... I don't know what's the name again. The lifesteal item. I didn't play League of Legends for a long time. I still watch the streams sometimes from, I don't know, TF Blade for example. One of the best solo laners in NA, but he plays a limited champion pool, Jax, Irelia, and... wait, Jax, Irelia, what else does he play? Those 2, basically. Those 2, he spams those 2. Actually, I was watching other gameplays, but the color scheme looked off to me. But from Zamerson, the quality, I think because of his bitrate, the quality looks actually really good. Can't complain about that one. Six minutes for 12. Yeah. Okay, he's taking some extra healing. Okay, my boy's getting the tower objective game. Let's go. Just looking. Yeah, the minimap is really scuffed. If you pay attention to the minimap right now, you can see that the movement is super slow. Towers fall like butter though. The towers just immediately die. So this game is going to be... I feel like it might be even more fast-paced than AoV. Because the towers fall, they just die so quick. And your gold income is much bigger as well, so... Okay, what is he doing? Not bad. But he didn't. He shouldn't have used the S2 like that. He used it to slow the opponent before they enter the bush. But you should try to use your second skill, to block skills. You want to block skills, negate CC, so that you can steamroll over them and just keep dashing around them, activating, like dashing around the vitals. That's the most important part about Fiora. It's very similar to, you can think about Fiora's vitals like Florentino's flowers. You have to keep collecting or targeting the flowers / the vitals. That's the passive of Fiora. So I think some of you guys might be asking, okay, Darkbreaker, will you be uploading only Wildrift gameplays in the future? Will you keep playing AoV in the future? And I will have to say, I don't know yet. I don't know how good Wildrift is going to do in the Western region and how good AoV is going to do, considering that after Wildrift is getting released, the ad blockage from Wild will disappear. Teamy Studio / Tencent are allowed to advertise AoV in Europe. That's going to be a big difference because Western advertisements for AoV were blocked before by Riot. They were not allowed to do any advertisements anymore. So that's one of the reasons why the Western region doesn't have that many players anymore. There are no tournaments right now for AoV in the Western region. In Vietnam, Thailand, Taiwan, Indonesia, AoV is doing really well, but in the Western regions it's kind of dying out. The servers, I mean, there are still a lot of players, but it could have been much better if there were advertisements. So the question will be, how well does Wildrift do? The player base of Wildrift are PC based. So people that want to play mobile are going to be casual players that don't have much time to play PC. Because a PC game will take, I don't know, 40 minutes on average. And champion select and so much and so on. It will take a lot of time for you to keep your rank, and you will playing 4 or 5 games takes a lot of time in League of Legends PC version. So in the Wildrift version, one average game might be only 10 to 15 minutes. So casual players like me, okay, I'm not a casual player, but a lot of players that have to, a lot of people that have to work and don't have that much time, they might just play League of Legends Wildrift. For me, for example, when I was still studying at university and I didn't have much time, I was watching a lot of League of Legends streams because I don't have time to play it, but I really enjoy the game, so I like to watch streamers or the pro scene, tournaments and so on. So I think that's the place for League of Legends Wildrift. And then you have to consider the player base. In the Western regions, people like to play PC. They don't like to play on mobile phones. In Asia, in comparison, people love to play on mobile. Mobile is growing like crazy. Honor of Kings from Tencent, mobile game. Million player base daily. It's crazy big. Same for AoV in Vietnam. It's insanely big. So I don't think Wildrift is going to push away AoV in Vietnam, for example. So then I have to consider which game is more popular, which game is more fun for me. And of course, if both games are good, then I will try to play both games. That's not a problem. But if AoV is going to die out, there are no players left in Europe, the queue times are too long, then I might consider, okay, maybe I should go Wildrift. What if Wildrift is more popular, more players are playing it, AoV is dying out? That's a scenario, could be happening, but also AoV might be much better considering that so far the graphics in AoV are better in my opinions. It looks much cleaner, but Wildrift doesn't look bad, but still needs improvement, but it's still alpha, so there's still a lot of room for improvement for Wildrift. But like I said, it just depends on how both games are going to do, and if both games are going to do well, then I might as well just do double upload. One in the morning, maybe AoV, and in the afternoon Wildrift. I don't think that would be a problem at all. So for you guys who are worried, oh Darkbreaker, please don't stop playing AoV. I don't think I will stop AoV anytime soon. I still enjoy the game a lot. I mean, the boy Florentino needs me. What does Florentino without Darkbreaker doesn't happen in a sentence. And maybe I will spam, like my goal was to spam Jax, Fiora and Camille for the solo lane probably, because those three are pretty busted. And the boy is dashing. Block. Okay, he's going to die now. If he had his S2 right there, he could have blocked the Xin Chao ultimate. Okay, queue time. Yeah, I would say average timer is going to be 10 to 15 minutes in Wild Rift. The icons look fine to me. Like you can see the heroes, the talents. You have 2 talents compared to AoV. But one of the things that I think is really important is shortcast. Having shortcast on Lee Sin, for example, and all the walls and so on, it's just so important not having that. I think it's going to be, of course, some heroes will be hard to play, and I really want to spectate a Yasuo gameplay to see how Yasuo is being played on the mobile version of League of Legends. Might be much different. Smartcast, just smartcast, not having smartcast. I feel like that's going to be really annoying. Like for Fiora, it's just press the buttons, spam buttons, and just redirect your S1 so you can hit the passive, just like Florentino. Maybe I put in a thumbnail, Fiora x Florentino. Let's go.
I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, just before Thanksgiving 1995.
6-5, 21-28, tier 1. It's kinda even, to be honest. They have Jax, Jhin, Lux, Jinx, Garen, Annie, Nami. I'm just thinking which team has the better late game right now. I mean, Jax is just one. Oh, they have Sincha as well. Yeah, Jax 1 versus 9 split push god. Jax should be deep pushing bot lane, and then they can force Nasher. I don't know how the deep push game is in this game, because in League of Legends you can split push for ages, and it's really hard for the opponents to catch up on you. Oh yeah, my boy, let's go. Ah, he got Nami bubbled, CC'd, he can't move. Yeah, Jax should be split pushing, and they need to group for Nasher. The team who gets Nasher is going to win this game. Yeah, they get Nasher. The game is pretty much over. They only have 1 tier 2 at the top lane, and then besides with the Nasher they should be able to get 2 tier 3 towers. And for you guys who don't know, Nasher is the equivalent of Darkslayer, but it will just buff your minions like crazy, and it gives you HP, regeneration buff. I think it gives you attack damage as well. Darkslayer, the Baron buff is much stronger than Darkslayer, because it's combined. Enraged Dragon and Darkslayer combined is Nasher, basically. The effect, like the damage stat that you get from Nasher is much better than the Darkslayer from AoV. I hope you guys are not too annoyed that I just keep comparing, but I just wanna tell my opinions about both games. And the Wild Rift looks really clean right now. To be honest, the only thing that I don't like right now is the mini-map. It looks scuffed, but besides that, Wild Rift is looking really clean. Not as clean as AoV. I think there's room for improvement still, but it's solid. The champions, the designs, they are pretty good. The designs look better than AoV, to be honest. So if you guys want to see more Wild Rift gameplays, then write down in the comments. Maybe react to a Yasuo gameplay. Besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to a Fiora gameplay, and if so, then of course leave a like. And please don't dislike this video just because I uploaded Wild Rift instead of AoV. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.